This is the Mikes and Beers Podcast.
Hi. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to our, I guess, not even monthly episode anymore. We're trying to go back to back with your greatest podcast ever created, where our beers are on ice, the mics are hot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mikes and Beers. God, sometimes we miss the guy that does our intros, but that's okay. We have a better thing. Sam!
What? I just suddenly got really sad there for a second.
No! I didn't want to bring him up. I didn't want to talk about him.
I miss TJ.
Oh, I love him. We're gone now. I don't know how many podcasts without him. But guys, we still have the beer. And let's start off with a positive note. Sam, get your handy dandy bottle out.
Yeah.
And this time's not a twist off, kids.
It's a crack.
Get your tool.
Oh, that just kind of spilt over my. Oh.
Yeah, wrap your lips around that one, Sam. Suck her down. It's time for Mikes and Beers. Yeah, we're doing bottles today from one of our local breweries. And kids, this is huge. Sam, I believe you can pull one of your tall boys from out behind you, and you can do a lovely comparison of how big these freaking bottles are.
I'm starting a just a little wall of beers that we have already reviewed. But yes, this is a regular tall boy, which is 473 mils. And this is about 3.89 liters. No, I'm joking. This is 650. So you're really getting lots of beer there.
Well, my glass nearly filled it right up. So basically this company says size doesn't matter. I beg to differ.
Exactly. And it's not the size, it's how you use it.
Well, no, you know what, Sam? I'm going to have to disagree. You can do more with the middle finger than you can a pinky.
Disagree, because you have an opinion on that.
Just
exactly.
Trying to
a lot of head. A lot of head.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to wait till mine goes down so I can pour out the rest of this honking good bottle. And everybody must be wondering, Sam and Ryan, you handsome, beautiful, devilish individuals, what company are you doing today? And we're doing another one right from our own hometown of Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Manantler is now on the show.
We love Manantler.
It's great.
It is great.
And you know what? This time, ladies are not first. This is the man's beer with a man's name. And sorry, Sam, I apologize. And to all our two other
you can say what you want, but you know who wears the pants, so.
You, because I'm wearing shorts right now.
Exactly. I'm not wearing pants. What?
Yeah. So from Manantler, I am actually trying a beer or a type of beer, I should say, I've never even heard of before. I'm starting to get into the IPAs. I find a lot of our craft breweries out there, right from Ontario, Canada, have a lot of great IPAs on them. So when I went to this brewery, before all the measures and all that, I asked them, what would you like to showcase? And they brought up this. A dark IPA.
Dark Prince. Yep.
And so this caught me off guard. So I'm thinking it is a stout. Plain and simple. I don't know why they threw the name IPA in. So I asked, what is it? He just says it's a straight up IPA with a nice dark finish. And it just looks like a stout. But ladies and gentlemen, let's find out.
It does actually look a bit like a stout. It is very, very dark.
So you're going to be thrown off by this because it tastes like a complete IPA. So this is just weird. Meant to screw with your head. That's all weird. This beer is. It's freaking delicious. So I don't taste the difference between some of the triple IPAs I've had or a regular IPA and this dark IPA. To me, beautiful. There it is. Mm-hmm. There's that aftertaste where it's got a little darker, earthier tone, but delicious. I'm pleasantly surprised. And what I loved about this, I'm just going to keep going saying about this.
Absolutely.
My apologies. What I love about this reminds me, I can hear it in the background, Motorhead's song, King of Kings. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I want to listen to metal. And it's just what it is. This is a dark prince of the IPA, Lord of Metal song. Play a thing. Yes. You can tell we are scripted. We have it right here. We are professional. But fuck, is it delicious. Sam, cut me the hell off.
We're scripted now. Yeah. No. God, no.
After drinking this, throwing my senses right off.
You just kind of chug the rest of the bottle there too, because there's still this much left in my bottle after filling out a pint. Really?
Oh wow, my glass is way bigger than yours.
I guess so. This is an actual like pint glass though. Not really sure what yours is, but
mine's
anyway. I am drinking the Roberta Blondair. It's a blonde ale. So I'm very excited to try this because I actually haven't tried this one before. So there we go. Ooh, that's nice. That's real nice.
I don't know if it's the camera, Sam. Maybe you can help us. For those who are like maybe listening on Spotify and Anchor right now and unable to see our cameras, that doesn't look blonde to me. It almost looks like it's got a strawberry.
No, it's not as light as I would have expected it to be. It's actually quite more of an amber. But oh my God, is it refreshing? It is so refreshing. It's very like light. I feel like I can actually like taste like this, almost like a honeyness to it too. I think that's probably like plays into like the look of it too. Oh my, it's very, very good. I highly recommend this one, guys. Roberta Blondair, try it. Seriously, try it.
A sweet, refreshing amber? Are you talking about you?
Well, of course.
Because I am sure not a Dark Prince or a good IPA. I'm apparently to Sam, as I take my hat off, I'm apparently the blinding light show.
Put it back on. I'm the only one that can blind the camera with my pale skin.
I do look like my bottle that has a skull with the Manantler symbol, basically deer antlers on the skull here with the crown. You take the crown off, I'm as bald as the skull. And seriously. I love it. This is my beer. And I'm pretty happy. But Sam, the one thing we forgot, what are we clocking in at? Because I love that that's our wording for percentage.
Okay, well, this one's actually pretty light. We're clocking it at 4.2% ABV.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a light beer. I actually feel like I've become a bit of a lightweight, and if this was a regular beer, like maybe 5.5% or something, and I drank this entire thing, I would probably have to have a nap.
Well, Sam, then let me tell you something. This is going to put you right down. My old girl here is clocking in at a whopping 6.0% and having 650 millimeters just within this short span time I'm sure we're going to get to. I will be feeling it too, where either I'm going to want to nap, get a piece of pizza, or just go play video games. And
bye, buddy. Hope you find your dads.
Yeah, I'll be in my own world having a good time. But you know what? With delicious beer, why not have a good time?
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, we didn't just get one. We're going to drink one because, dear God, Manantler, size matters apparently, and it's fucking huge. But we do have another beer we like to showcase because, hey, we want to showcase and support the local breweries out there. Mm-hmm. So as we said, I'm doing Dark Prince. I'm going to show you another one. Now, remember, kids, copyright infringement. The likeness that this bottle is going to show may resemble something. There's no affiliation as far as I'm aware of. So if there's any kind of connection that you draw on, that's your own fault. But I love it. Hip Hop Anonymous. If you don't get that, you're going to get, from looking at this bottle, it's Scuba Steve. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Adam Sandler's Big Daddy, because Scuba Steve is on the bottle of Hip Hop Anonymous.
If you don't understand what we're saying, you're too young for this podcast.
You're too young for us all, let me tell you. But I can tell you this, after I'm sure just having a few sips of Dark Prince, this one is a hazy IPA, clocking in at 6.2%. So if I feel like I've had a couple of these, I'm going to start yelling Scuba Steve, damn you.
Probably will. No, seriously. Oh my God.
But I fucking love it. That was it. I wanted to try this one, but the brewery had recommended, try Dark Prince. You're going to love it. So I said, okay. I just love it. Scuba Steve is on a freaking bottle. That is just... What more do you want to get people's attention than a book?
But I can wipe my own ass.
Let all the Big Daddy quotes come out. But yeah, so from Manantler, Hip Hop Anonymous, and Dark Prince are representing my collections. Sam, what is your second one that you got going?
Oh, my second one is actually one of their core beers, by the way. They actually have, according to their website, I'm getting a lot of information off of their website. According to their website, they have 3 all year round beers that you can get. Then they have quite a few seasonal beers as well. So this one is one of their all year round beers, and it's called the Causeworthy cream ale. I'm actually really excited to try this one, and it's really nice because because it's cause-worthy. A portion of the proceeds goes towards a local charity of the month. So that's actually really nice. Like if you can, get something like this, that you're going to be supporting like some charity. Hopefully it's not a charity that's against your wishes, but then you are Satan and you shouldn't be drinking.
But I mean, like, hey, I guess the bottom line of that, and it's good that you looked that up, Sam, is support. Not only are you supporting a local brewery, you're supporting a local cause on top of that. So, hey, 2 birds and 1 stone. You can't go wrong. So, Manantler, cheers to you guys on the 4 beers that we've got to choose in.
Yeah.
Chose, not choosing. That is not English. Wow, Dark Prince. It's not fooling around here.
Chug. Oh my. Well, I mean, I do remember, and I did touch on this briefly in another episode that we did. I got a beer that supported, I think it was Multiple Sclerosis Society or something like that. And this is actually, and I brought my beer. So this is my creamed by Bickle glass. Clearly it is already empty because I drank this years ago, washed it out and kept it because Brian Bickle signed it for me. And it was pretty cool. And I
Sam, sorry to interrupt,
really hard. What?
Sorry to interrupt. Just for people who don't know, as you said his name, tell us about Brian Bickle. Just to show the importance of like even the nostalgia, the coolness, everything you can say positively about it, of getting to meet this guy.
Oh, absolutely. So Brian Bickle, if you haven't heard our previous episode, listen to it. But Brian Bickle is our hometown hero. So hometown for us currently right now is Bowmanville, but both me and Woody actually grew up in like the Orno location, and he was from Orno, Ontario. And he was first he was a Chicago Blackhawk and won two Stanley Cups, brought those to Orno, and that was pretty freaking sweet seeing that. And then he was traded to the Hurricanes before he got the devastating diagnosis of MS. So he's retired, and he teamed up with Manantler to create this beer, and all the proceeds went to if I had have read the bottle,
Who reads? Stop. You know what that means, Sam. If we have to read, we need to get something.
Yeah, but I know what I have to get.
Oh, the sexy librarian Samantha is here.
Okay. It actually, I thought it was the MS Society, but it's actually the Brian and Amanda Bickle Foundation, which supports MS. So there we go. So yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool actually meeting him. I mean, I've known about him. My dad knows everyone, so my dad knew his dad and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was actually it was really cool to meet him. And I have a picture. So we will be, if it's not already up, because this is a future podcast. We'll post that. We'll post it on our Instagram account so that you can see,
Yeah. And guys, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube. Find us under Mikes and Beers. Enjoy all our stuff, like and support. It doesn't take any time. I've literally 0 time. I know all of you guys scroll through, push the like, just like looking up the phone number of your local breweries, such as Manantler. They deliver. If you're liking some of the the descriptions we're giving of these beers, give them a call. Have it delivered to yourself at free, or not free of charge, but free of chances of getting sick.
Don't make any false promises to those.
Yeah, no, sorry. Nothing's free in this world, but hey, support. And we can't say enough about that, because this has been a great brewery that we're happy to be a part of. And not, obviously not affiliated with them, but I'm happy when we can support anybody and try out local beers. Like for me, this is one, and I will admit, this is similar to our previous podcast where we talked about All or Nothing Brewery. When these guys came around, I was not quote unquote craft Woody. I was yet into the craft beer. I was still into some of my domestics. So I missed out on supporting them for a much longer time period than I have been lately. But I'm very happy I've jumped on this wagon. I've got to go to their brewery as they're switching locations. So I got to see them packing up, getting ready, and getting to a bigger, more exciting location for themselves. I hope the best for them in this new location. Mm-hmm. But I know I've been happy with just the first case I've got to meet with them. But Sam, I know you've had, like you said, you got to meet Brian Bickle there, Stanley Cup champion. Mm-hmm. We've had a lot cooler moments than I had. So, I mean, to their future, I think that they're looking good. I think everything's going to go up for Manantler. So guys, check them out. They're from Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada. And I mean, more can you say? It's good stuff. Just fucking huge Seriously. Bottles.
I can't wait to check out their new location. I think it's going to be, I mean, their old location was really nice if you could find it. It was a little like, it was in like the back of like this like kind of almost factory building. Like it was very hard to find, but when you found it, it was like, I never want to leave. Like it was a really cozy atmosphere. A friend of mine, actually, he used to work there, and I had the opportunity to actually go and see how they brewed the beer and everything. It was really cool. And he gave me like a lot of their labels. Yeah. So again, this has actually already been posted on our Instagram. So if you go and check out our Instagram, you'll see pictures of all of these. Let's see, look, there you go. It's been around for a while because this has been years ago, and this is Roberta Blondar. So it's been a success for a very long time. But yeah, it was a cool opportunity to go there, and yeah, I just really wish them well going forward and going to their new location and everything.
So I'm going to take a little side tour here because I do laugh. In the last 3 podcasts that we've kind of done a new format and talking about more focusing on the 3 breweries, Chronicle, All or Nothing, and now getting into Manantler. And who knows if when these are all or I know a few of them are going to come up before this. What other breweries are coming out? Ahead of myself. I laugh that you've had more opportunities to go to them and experience that atmosphere and enjoy them. And I'm the bigger beer drinker. I'm the guy who, like, I find, a lot of the companies that are, I should stop saying companies, but a lot of the breweries and the names that we want to do or that I put up on Instagram, I find them at my local LCBO and beer store. And I'm trying to get more into going to the actual locations. I know with the COVID times, it's a little harder, but Sam, I'm jealous of you, girl. You get to you've been more going into and having cooler experiences than I did. I'm jelly, girl. I'm jelly.
Well, I mean, next time you get to do it. So yeah. And I think it's funny because what you just touched on was you're more of the beer drinker. And like, I agree with you. I do love my beers. And you even said that before you were more of a domestic. I wasn't even domestic. I was international premium. Like that's what I would drink. Like at least you were still kind of supporting our country, but I'm just like, nah, let's go with like a European beer, like something like that. So yeah, you've been more of a support for our country and now local breweries and provincial breweries, and maybe we'll branch off at one point or another. We'll more other provinces beers and whatnot. So yeah, just future stuff.
Oh, for sure. And I know we're gonna get to other cities. We're sticking around the Durham region a lot. When we get to a town that we both did school at, I'm not gonna say the local breweries there, but I can't wait to get into them more. Of Kingston, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, me too.
That's where me and Sam shine, where we've been to pretty much them all. So that's where looking forward to that.
Craft Woody was molded.
Or yeah, Craft Woody was born. You thought you were born, or you thought you were. I was trying to say the Bane quote, or whatever the hell it was. You thought you lived in the darkness. I was born in it. I was molded by it.
You think the darkness is your ally.
That's it. That's the line.
That's what you were looking for.
You think
leave the movie quotes to me, okay? Come on.
Yeah, really. I should just be like, you think the beer is your ally? I was molded by it, drowned in it, and reborn as Craft Woody.
Seriously, though. I mean, that is a very loose paraphrase. Very, very
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie. I might be able to get to that second beer before we're done. This is so good. I feel like I just want to keep sipping on it.
I know. Mine, I've already kind of polished off half of it. It is, I still can't, this beer is so, so good.
So, Manantler, cheers to you. But
cheers,
you know
guys.
what? I gotta say, you know what I like? I like having a spokesman, like someone who's going to really be the face of a company. And when I looked at Manantler, I still love their logo. It's very simpler. What the heck is in this beer? Jeepers creepers.
Oh my.
It's just a simple antler. And you know what? Why I love it? Simplicity is elegance. Mm-hmm. It really is. If you can have such and I don't mean that in a negative turn. It's so well done and simple. It catches your eye. It gets the point across. It's beautiful. But I want something more sometimes. So I was talking to Sam off screen a little bit. And I thought, you know what? Some companies just need that guy to promote them. And Manantler, I just thought when I first heard of this company, I thought that's a man's brewery. That's just a testosterone field, good hunting, fishing, drinking type boys, just getting around a campfire, talking trucks. Now it's obviously not like that at all. But I joked when I thought of the name that one person came to mind. And he's not even real, but still would be great. Because I mean, again, as I put this on video, that's Scuba Steve. I mean, could be. We're not comparing likeness in case, gimmick infringement. But Disney, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Disney has the guy that could be the man, the man's man to represent this brewery. And Sam, I asked you who it could be, and you didn't get it. I'm gonna give you one more chance.
I actually didn't. I feel very ashamed because I feel the way that you're saying it's like I feel like it's going to be so obvious, and I'm really going to kick myself. But I literally my first guess, guys, was Mulan. Like I was just thinking of the song though, "Make a Man Out of You."
And you know what, Sam? That was a great guess because when it comes to that was one way I want to take this podcast. But now, Mulan is okay at fighting. She is okay. I shouldn't say that. She's pretty good at fighting. Yeah,
she's
She's pretty good at fighting.
Wow.
I'm sure she's pretty good at fighting.
How sexist are you?
Not sexist at all. She's pretty good at fighting. She's pretty good at, pretty good at a lot of different things. But no one fights like this man. No one drinks like this man. No one hunts or fishes or sings like this man.
Oh my God, Gaston.
Gaston. He's the man's man.
No, he's not.
And when I thought of Manantler, I jokingly thought of that scene where Gaston's sitting in his like little man's
oh my God, I'm like almost crying.
Singing that song. Or not him singing the song, but just it made me laugh. And I just started to think, I could see a Gaston looking bugger going into Manantler and just singing that song because it just had that nice, not cringy feel by any means, but just like that good wholesome place where anybody can just get together and have a rowdy good time. And I don't know why I thought of Gaston, but Sam, I don't think you agree with me that he's the man's man to get it done.
That's because he is a horrible human being. Like he's not even a human being, but he would make a horrible human being. I don't think Manantler would want them to represent them. Like he's just like, oh, so he's sexist, doesn't think a woman is anything. She shouldn't read. It's ridiculous that she knows more than me. So she is a witch.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying this to actually believed in Gaston. This was just a great segue to go into our next topic.
It is. It totally is. I disagree. Definitely disagree. The thing is though, is that it's kind of like saying like man is someone who's buff. So like immediately I think of like Hercules.
Oh yeah.
Or something. But because at least he's a good guy. Like he's a good person.
You bring a good point because being a man isn't just some buff, toting testosterone fueled gorilla that goes to the gym. So I want to actually bring up a point. I feel like you're a local correspondent. I can't believe you actually fucking finished your beer. Here we are preaching that 650 might be too much to drink. And you just
I still got like a little bit left, but I'm saving that for later because I really want to try the Cosworthy cream ale. Like really do.
And I'll try to get Hip Hop Anonymous on screen, but guys,
if you
we'll see.
If you guys don't mind, I am going to oh yeah.
Okay. A little bit of fizzle.
Okay. This one didn't fizz up like the other one did. So
nope. Sam didn't have to wrap her mouth around it.
Oh.
Ooh, hey.
That is that's for the OnlyFans account, guys. That we don't.
That'll make a man out of you.
Let's see. What do you look like, sir? Oh, you look very similar. Actually, it's lighter. Oh,
really?
I actually think it's lighter.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, so
hey, nothing wrong if it looks.
Well, here, actually, I'm going to pour out the last bit of the other one, and we'll do a comparison.
Yep.
So this one, the head's pouring so much nicer. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that.
So while Sam's doing that, I'm just going to let her pour, like she said, she's going to pour on her next one. We got to do a nice little comparison. We are going to talk, kids.
Yeah.
We're not going to leave it as Gaston as our pick or Hercules.
Oh God.
You better believe once we get going, we want to discuss with our local field correspondent, Samantha R.G. Luxton, of what really makes a man. But Sam, first and most importantly, we got 2 really good beers by Manantler. You're going to host up on camera. We're going to need a little comparison for those who are listening on Spotify and Anchor under Mikes and Beers.
Actually look very similar.
Okay, perfect.
The funny thing is, though, is that the Robert Blondair is a little bit more hazy. The cream ale is more crisp looking, which is funny because I would actually think it'd be the other way around. I would think that the cream ale would have like more of a haziness to it. So, the moment of truth, though, guys.
Ooh.
Wow. That's wow. Okay. Okay there.
Ladies and gentlemen, her boyfriend doesn't even get her that reaction.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Just imagine. That's all you need. No, that one's actually more crisp and refreshing than Robert Blondair. Which, okay. I mean, you know what? It makes sense, though, because the cream ale is one of their core beers. So, yeah, why would they not? I don't even know what I'm saying, guys.
Again, 650 milliliters can be a lot in a short amount of time.
Like, look at this. People who are actually watching, you can see the chest don't lie. Chest goes red. That means that Sam's had a little bit to drink.
How do you finish your sentences? The chest doesn't lie. Yep, you have boobs, Sam. You are right.
Yep. No.
Wow.
Anyway,
okay.
I don't think but this beer clocks in at 4.4% ABV. So I'm drinking two very light beers. So that's actually 2 very lighter beers. Come on. I'm like you right now. We can't speak anymore, guys.
650, I'm telling you.
Jesus. Yeah, 650. This is why we don't usually drink this. But this is almost the size of a King can, guys. King can is 750. This is 650. So
we don't normally drink this much on a podcast. So we're going to be going through quite a couple of beers in here.
Say goodnight, Sam. Night, Sam.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. But yeah, this beer, like I can't even. Okay.
Hold on. Technical difficulties as Sam is collecting herself. As she
I can't actually even really describe it. Like, I mean, the other one I definitely could taste this like honeyness to it, but this one is just like, it's a very classic taste. It's a very classic, crisp, refreshing ale. So there you go.
And to me, Sam, that's a really good description. Like we've said in previous podcasts, we're not the big taste testers that we can give you the simple flavor notes and everything. Most of the time, I will try to read off the bottle of the can what I'm kind of being prepared for and kind of get that comparison and understand what the flavors are in my mouth as, time goes on. But for people I know who listen to us, that's a great way to describe it. If you enjoy just a simple, easygoing, refreshing lager,
smooth, it's just
your choice.
It's a really good beer, guys. Like I highly recommend it. I highly recommend both the beers that I have drank. But yeah, so I've tried the Cream Ale, which is one of their core beers. And there's another one, I actually don't even have the label for it. And it's called Pure Pressured. And it's actually, the funny thing is that they didn't want to create a sour, but they were peer pressured into creating a sour. So then they did, and it actually took off. So it's one of their core beers. And then the other one is actually, I do have the label for it. It's Liquid Sword IPA. And I actually think, Woody, you would really enjoy this one. It clocks in at 6% ABV. So, I mean, you're already drinking Dark Prince. So,
yeah, everything I drink is usually 6% now, so exactly, I don't even feel it.
Exactly. But yeah, I've actually tried this one before, and it's very hoppy. So like I'm not a particular fan of IPAs because of the hoppiness of them. But this one, like, I mean, if you do like an IPA, then I highly recommend trying this one.
Starting to get that after flavor of that. See, now I'm starting to see the darkness of this IPA. I don't know if that's what it's meant for. But like I said, it's the Dark Prince. It's a power metal and a real man's drink. And you know who likes to have a man's drink? fucking everybody because it's delicious.
Yeah. But anyway, before I cut us off talking about the second beer, we were trying to find out another person that should be.
Yeah, so you bring a good point, Sam. We talked about earlier, Gaston
you brought the point, but whatever.
Was the joking person, as I thought, the man's guy for Manantler.
That's hilarious, though. I like that you came up with that. But
he's a dick. He's just a straight up asshole. So, Sam, you know men. You've dated men. You've touched men. You've seen men. As you go back to, I believe, episode 12, you will see Sam's original stories that she's told us about indulging in the world of men.
Was it episode 12? I think it was episode 8.
Either way,
was it my introduction?
You did a lot of dirty things.
I think that was episode 8. That was like my very first. I didn't think anyway. But yeah, if you guys really want to know all of my deepest, darkest confessions, go to the first podcast that I was even on, which was episode 8, and you'll learn too much about me.
On YouTube, Spotify, and Anchor. But since then, Sam, I think you've grown a lot, and I think we could each say, and we could find that spokesman for them. So what makes a man? What really brings out those qualities? So I got a little list here. I've done a little bit of research. I too, hold on, did the research.
Oh, well, there we go.
My studies, as I put my study glasses on. Some people like to say, when a man cooks, that makes him more sexy and appealing. So, Sam, I'm just going to go through some things. You tell me yay or nay, or may need some clarification. So, Sam, is a man even more appealing or sexy when he knows how to cook?
Yes. I feel like that kind of goes with particular taste. Like if a woman's not a particular fan of cooking, absolutely, I think that'd be a huge.
What woman is not okay with cooking and eating?
No, I'm just saying, like, there are people out there that's not real, like, they're not really big fans of cooking. Like, they're more of like, I guess you haven't met these kind of people. I've met them.
Sam, do you want a man to cook for you or not?
Kinda. I don't know. I like cooking. I do. I like to take charge. And I like to cook. Okay. So that is literally, can you just let me get my point across? For fuck's sakes. Come on.
This is why we're not dating, folks.
This is why we're not dating.
We've tried. It didn't work.
We haven't.
I guess what we're coming across, Sam, whether whether girls like to do it themselves, is do you find it more appealing if your partner also does it? So the cooking.
You know what? Yes. Okay. I'm not even gonna really, because I'm not gonna make this too personal. I'm gonna say majority. I think that most women would love it if a guy would cook for them, and like not just like they make you a grilled cheese, just like
good dinner,
like a good dinner, and it's like just one of those things you don't have to worry about because they got you.
So
Yeah.
then that goes right into the next one. Is a man more appealing or sexy when he cleans, vacuuming, laundry?
Yes. If you listen to our last episode, you will know I hate vacuuming. So if I walk into the house and I find Justin vacuuming and be like, take your pants off, just take them off. Thank you, but take your pants off. I need to reward you.
Yes. Guys, listen up. Clean. Apparently that's it. Sam, if a guy owns his own place, does that make him more appealing and sexy and gives him those bonus points towards women?
Absolutely. It just provides you, just provides you with some support. But it's true. We want to be supported. Women want to be strong, independent, and take care of themselves and everything. But it'd be so nice if you have someone that you could definitely lean on in times of need. So if the person already is financially stable, has their own home or something like that, it's done. This person is actually they know their stuff, they know what to do, and if anything were to happen, I have them to lean on. So
okay. Mm-hmm. It's the same principle. This time, if a man is handy with tools, or he's the jack of all trades when it comes to different things around the house, is that an important fact that makes him more appealing and sexy?
For me, yes. Just because and this is gonna not work out for me. this is like from growing up. My dad has always been the jack of all trades. And the thing is that everyone always says that a girl grows up to marry a person that's just like their father. And
oh my God, call Sigmund Freud.
oh my God. I knew that you were going to get that reaction, but it's true. Like, I mean, I grew up with the literally the only man really in my life, because I have a sister and that's it. Like, it's just been a bunch of women and my poor father. And he's always been kind of the jack of all trades. It was kind of like, oh, does my dad know electrical? No, but he's got it. Like, he's rewiring things. He knocks down walls and rebuilds things and puts support beams and does roofing and everything. He's just one of those types. And if he doesn't know how to do it, he looks up and he figures it out and he does it, because that's just the kind of person he is. And I've always really appreciated that. So yeah.
Okay. And you know what? I sort of agree. And I would, if I personally would find that more attractive in any partner, male or female or non-identifying. I think that it's such a huge thing, because I'm not a handyman. My fiance is way more handy than I am. I have my things that I'm good at, and the jack of all trades is really not that title for me. So good to know.
I actually feel kind of similar to Catherine, because growing up, my dad being like that, I was always like, oh, I need to find someone that will be like that for me. And I absolutely love Justin, and he's very computer savvy, which is great, because I am not computer savvy whatsoever, so you can help me with that. But in terms of home improvements and stuff, I think it'll probably be me, and I'm cool with that.
Sam, come on. I knew when you said his name, I was like, she's going to say if and or but, and I'm just waiting for it. But hey, that's okay. We're just talking about what makes a guy more appealing.
I love him regardless.
And me and Justin have something similar. Mm. As you can see on our camera feed right now, I am a bald man.
You just got that too. Like you'd already, yeah.
I had a little bit of hair growing, but I'm naturally more bald, and I own it. I don't care. And I know our buddy Justin, who was on episode 1 of Mikes and Beers, check it out at Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube. So Sam, would you find a man, and it doesn't have to be bald, but more appealing and more sexy, who has that fresh, clean haircut and clean shave, has that nice look to themselves? Is that a helpful thing, or do you really not care if a man has, the shaggier hair, the long growing, more southern beard?
You are talking to the wrong person, because literally I've only ever dated one other person, and both of them were balds and had beards. So I clearly have a type.
Yeah, but now you are attracted to other people in this world. So do you find that yourself?
Oh my God, I am.
Are you allowed? Is that legal?
Yeah. Don't say it too loudly. Don't say it too loudly.
I'm so turned on all of a sudden.
The world is my oyster. What's happening?
Right off. But I've had it's more leaning on both sides. So when I've asked people, and I've actually looked into this, like in stupid little articles that people surveyed so many women, and so what I saw was that women really do find men who are more clean shaven and have a nice fresh haircut are more attractive. And I want to really know, is that true? Is this just shit to put out an article, like put out a puff page, or do you think that actually is something?
It could be. It could just be, I don't know, some form of societal, yeah, I don't know. And again, I'm speaking from my age group. I actually think it's more, and again, don't quote me on this, because I think it's actually more so the younger generation. They're more into the clean shaven, really fresh haircuts. But I didn't really grow up with that. And you know what? I think when I was younger, I was more into that. But as I grew older, it's it doesn't really matter about that. I don't know. You can still be attracted to someone who doesn't have hair. So congratulations, Woody. That's why you have a fiance.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want people to get maybe confused with what we're trying to do. I'm more joking of this is just a joke topic, but it's more bonus points. So yeah, obviously a person is still attractive, whether or not they have messy hair and blah, blah, blah. We're just, boys, I'm just trying to help us out as a gender saying, hey, well, how do we make ourselves better? So hair is obviously maybe not that big of a factor, but Sam,
it's clothes, not for me. Yeah.
What about clothes? Now, when I looked up these things, women found men more attractive when they're in more fitting clothes. So they're not in the loose t-shirts. They're not into the baggy sweaters and the stupid jeans that hang off your ass, which makes you look like a fucking moron. So do you find men definitely more attractive when they got form-fitting clothes that matches their body type and just, look nice?
It doesn't have to be form-fitting. It just has to be appropriate for their body type. If you can dress to your body type, you actually, and the thing is I growing up in with the early 2000s and stuff, when low-rise jeans were all the thing and stuff. I'm kind of going a little bit off topic, but in terms of clothes, I know, right? We don't even have a topic. But in terms terms of clothing and stuff like that, everyone was trying to fit into these low-rise jeans, and really they were only made for a certain body type that didn't have any fat on them. But if you actually dress for your body type, you look smaller than you actually are. That's the thing. But if you're trying to fit into something that's not appropriate for your body size, you're going to make your body look even bigger than it actually is. So I am I'm all about if someone can actually dress for their body type, 100%, that is so attractive to me. So yeah.
Okay. And yeah, good point. So Gaston, I mean, you're fucking pretty bad, fella. All the points that our correspondent here, Sam, is hitting, you suck.
He really does. He's not actually the man that people would want. And if you do, then you need to go talk to someone.
So let's end this topic off, Sam. And I'm going to do this. Gaston's out. And I think we can say one of your other choices, Big Hercules. Though he's that stereotypical pump up muscles, he's a man, quotations. Who would be the man's man? And let's do the Disney world, because I mean, we grew up in a generation with Disney. And if you don't like Disney, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna blatantly say that. Yeah. So who could be the man's man, quotations, that might fit for Manantler? Who would you want to see? Who's the man?
Again, stereotypically.
No, stereotypically. Okay. We just want the man.
No, Tarzan.
We went through pointers, Sam.
Tarzan.
He's jacked as shit.
I know, he's jacked as shit, and he's like, you, man, woman, me, yes. He's but
we just went through all this to then go back to the muscular jock that is Tarzan.
He was like my first crush growing up, because everyone had a crush on a cartoon character growing up.
That's like saying, you know what? Let's talk about what can be, makes a woman more attractive, and I mean that, all the things that we kind of talked about. You look at in a partner, and then you say, well, what's the ideal woman? And I say, fucking Kate Upton. Give me a break. A fucking Tarzan. Sam, he is Gaston and goddamn Hercules.
He's not, because he's actually a good person.
So is Hercules, but he's a jacked up, muscle-bound gorilla that doesn't really fit our list. Holy shit. So I just did all that for nothing.
You did, actually. It was literally this is the perfect person, but...
I'm fucking drinking. Everybody, ready? Oh, yes. Hip Hop Anonymous, because I'm already feeling it.
I'm so feeling it. If people aren't watching on video, you'll see that I'm clearly feeling it. But the people who are watching with audio, you're just looking about very weirdly. So
that is a true hazy IPA. It's not hoppy. It's got almost a little citrusy, and I don't know if I'm getting that right, but I find it's just that's an easy one. If you don't like IPAs because of hoppiness, you'll get through this. And this sucker clocks in at 6.2%. And you know what? It might be because of the dark prints before. I don't get this hoppy notes that really kind of shine in an IPA. So kids, find Hip Hop Anonymous at Manantler Brewery in Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada. But Sam, that doesn't excuse that you picked friggin' Tarzan. See, I'm sitting here thinking, you know who she might pick? Might pick Sven from Frozen. She might pick Oh, I don't know. Just a side character that just fits what people are looking for in a partner. And you pick the muscle-bound monster that is Tarzan. And I
didn't really like Frozen. That's an unpopular opinion.
Holy God.
Not really a big fan of Frozen.
We don't have time for this, but yeah, you better believe another future podcast, I'm going to rip you to
Olaf is a ripoff of Frosty the Snowman. Unpopular opinion.
Oh my God.
I love Josh Gade. I love Josh Gade so much. Olaf is a ripoff of Frosty the Snowman.
Unreal.
Unpopular opinion. Don't really care. There you go. Don't at me, guys.
I'm sitting here thinking Sven, Woody from Toy Story, Wreck-It Ralph. Cool.
Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear. There we go. There you go. That's my pick.
And you know what? They have a beer that is similar to
Buzz Light Beer.
So I think, Sam, we just found our guy, even though you fucking had the worst draft picks.
We're not doing draft picks.
No. That's for a later podcast. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to our episode 2 episodes ago where we featured Chronicle Brewery. We talked about draft picks. We're going to go into that as we've drank more beer and gone over what are our top picks from Ontario craft breweries around the time, because we're not just drinking what we feature. We're drinking all the time, testing them. But
we're drinking all the time.
Drinking all of them, because I need to just forget what the hell Sam just told me in the last little bit. That, man's man, screw them, but let's still go with Tarzan. Frozen is garbage, and I have boobs. That's her whole debate right now, this whole conversation, and I'm pissed. Frozen, unreal. It was a goddamn classic.
Frozen. Not watching the second one. Didn't like Frozen. Unpopular opinion. My sister loved Frozen. She actually met the animator. It was pretty cool. One of the animators.
You two are sisters and you should love each other. Not in Pornhub way, but you should love each other.
We do love each other. We're just yin and yang. That's why I don't like Frozen and she loves Frozen.
I'm sick of it. I can't believe you picked Tarzan. But you know what, guys? Buzz Lightyear, we're going to say he's our man to go ahead and say maybe Manantler's got to look and talking to Pixar, Disney, and be like, hey, we want the rights, because Buzz Lightyear's he's amazing. He's the guy. I love Buzz.
I love Manantler, and if they were to actually do that, I would support them 100%, but it's not going to happen because it's a huge corporation for them to be like, hey, can we have Buzz Lightyear as like our mascot? And they'd be like, no.
But hey, if we can't support you 100%, we'll sure support you 99.999%. And Manantler, we do. We loved everything that we've got to taste from you guys. As you've heard from us before, we did like their atmosphere. Sam, yes. I think we found our guy to represent them, but just to kind of close off, a final score for Manantler. I know we've done that with our other breweries, just so you guys have an idea of maybe what we're talking about, the overall feel that we've talked about, and for sure to go check them out. And Sam, I'm going to let you start. Everything that we've known about Manantler and some jokes aside, what would you want to give it out of 10 to showcase?
Okay, I'm going to give my score, and then I'm going to give a bit of an explanation for my score.
Absolutely.
I love their beer. But I'm going to give them like between like a 7.5 and an 8.
Okay.
And the reason for that, again, like I just said, I love their beer. I love their atmosphere and stuff. The thing that I have a bit of an issue with is, and I'm just waiting for you to just rip me apart for this, the size.
Yep.
The size of their beers.
That's my tall boy.
Yeah, it's just almost like, I mean, this is kind of like, if I crack this open and drink it, I'm pretty much just done for the day with one beer. And I like to have the option of trying at least another beer. And the thing is that like what I had just said, like I poured an entire pint and there was still enough left. I'm saving this for someone else to try drinking, either like my parents or Justin or anything like that, to try drinking it, because I would just be done. I am done if you haven't noticed, but yeah, so that's just my only thing. I would like if I shouldn't really be comparing, but I did like All or Nothing because they did have their tall boys and then their smaller sizes, which I have displayed like right here, where it's just like a trial thing. Like you can just try it and it's not that big of a deal. So if they had like smaller options, I think I would definitely bump them up.
Yeah, and you know what, Sam? I'm totally on board with the same critique because I finished my the Dark Prince Dark IPA, delicious. I've now opened Hip Hop Anonymous, delicious. But yeah, I'm at the same point. I'm feeling it, and I feel like because I've just opened it, I'm now committed to it.
Yep.
It's such a large size. When you open it, you're committing yourself to 2 beers when you might want to try something else. And that's the thing. If you really enjoy it, then you know what? Manantler is a great choice because the size is there and you can get the quantity. But if you're trying it out for the first time, similar to we are, this might be a challenge for you because if you don't like it, you now have a giant beer that if someone else doesn't want it, that's it. You're committed to this sucker.
Yeah.
And as well as we talked about, this brewery is moving. The things that the stories we talked about, its old location is gone. It's null and void to those who are going to be going to check it out when, some restrictions are lifted and they're in their new location. And so I'm very similar to Sam. I'm going to give them a 7.5, very similar to All or Nothing. It's a score that can really only go up until I experience more and get to know them a bit better. But off solid taste, they're good. Can't complain. But just size is a thing. And the art design's there, everything else. But yeah, guys, it's something that, you know what, if you're going to get Manantler, you're going to try it for the first time, maybe do it with someone within your own household. That way you can share it. And if you both don't enjoy it, it is what it is, or you enjoy it, great, try it again. But it's a commitment. And you know what? Hey, we're not shy of commitments. That's why Sam and me have almost finished 2 of these off.
The thing that's what he's talking about is we are still basing things off of oh my God.
Sorry.
Put your hat back on straight.
All right.
We're basing this off of pandemic kind of not procedures, but like we can't go in, because I do know this from being there before, where you can try the beer before you actually commit to buying it. So that's the thing. But since bars aren't open, we're trying to restrict people from being in close personal contact with each other. So you can't just like go in and try the beer and then buy it because you like it, or like, oh, I'm going to try something else because I didn't really like it. Which they did do before, which is actually like, that's where I'd be like, oh, okay, so like I can commit to buying this because I know that I like it. Again, though, I'm still not 100% with the size, because then it's like I'm committing to 2 beers when I open it. I have to like fully commit to it. And then I'll probably feel it before I can try something else. What?
I'm hearing the irony in both our things. Because we're talking about commitment. Here are 2 people in 2 committed relationships and preach about loyalty. And yet we're like,
I can't commit to a beer, though.
Can't
commit to a person, but not a beer.
I can't commit to fitting this size in me. Well, hey.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Maybe that's the quote of the day, but that's Mike's and Beers, kids.
Reach.
And if you can't find them, guys, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, find them at Manantler. As well as us. If you enjoyed what you hear today, check us out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Anchor, Spotify. You'll find us at Mike's and Beers. Give us a like and share. It takes 0 time. I know some of you buggers who listen. When you fly through, just press like. We love that kind of support. And if you have any local breweries that you want us to try out, be sure to hit us up and direct message us. We'd love to get into that more and try out some of the beers that you guys love. And if you want Sam and myself to start an OnlyFans page, don't hit us up. But please, other than that, Sam, do you have any closing messages for us before we say, hey, have a good day?
No.
Pull your shirt up, Sam. Jesus God, this is not OnlyFans.
No, seriously, if you guys want us to start an OnlyFans, it'll be separate.
Yeah, it'll
definitely be separate, and you'll probably only want to see me. But I digress.
So with that, guys, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. That like and share button is right there. Cheers to you all. We love you. Happy weekend, Sam. Always a pleasure.
Bye-bye.